and we encourage them to continue doing, is if you find anybody who's holding money, who wants to bribe, it is your right to make a citizen's arrest.
Yes.
And that is something we will do because the police cannot be everywhere. Yes. And we are warning all those who are trying that they will face the wrath of the people before they face the police. Thank you.
Okay, just one thing about the experience here. We continue to encounter voters who swear that they voted in this particular polling center in 2017, but that still their names are not appearing on the register. I have counted personally at least 9 such cases. So members of the media and the public must understand this is why, as a party, we were insisting that the register with the complete details of the voters be availed in good time for them to conduct a verification process. It is not possible for you to lie or hide the register for all this time and then release the register at midnight and expect that a verification is going to take place. We want to condemn the IEBC because they have failed those 9 voters in this one center alone. And across the constituency, I'm sure there are other cases. It is unacceptable that they would deny somebody their right to vote. Mr. Chebukati and your commissioners, this is what we were telling you would happen if we did not have the register and the complete register in good time. Is there any other question? Thank you very much. Our Director of Elections, Honorable JUNET, has come. I did not see. They will insist that you remove your...
I am from Lindi Mosque polling station, and I found there 4 policemen stationed there, dressed in plain clothes, who are not part and parcel of this election. And they have been there since 4 a.m. in the morning, and some of them are not from Nairobi. And that's one of the reasons that we have been complaining that IEBC cannot do a proper job. Those people have been telling people not to vote. They have been allowing others to bribe people at the gate there. Then after that, Oscar SUDI came there, and Benjamin Washiali. And they were chased like dogs because they were helping those policemen to do what they are doing. And people have refused, and the way Wakilis have said here, they did a citizen arrest, and Oscar SUDI had to jump through the fence of the 4th floor of one of the schools. Because Kenyans have refused this culture of money, this culture of bribery, and this culture of stealing elections. We have many problems also with IEBC, as the Secretary General said. There are names that are missing in the IEBC register. There are people who have been taken to other constituencies like Langata. Yeah. They are voters in KIBRA here, and their names are in Langata constituency. But whatever happens, we are sure of a win. We are just highlighting the way IEBC is not prepared for an election. But we are not doubting whether we are going to win or not. We are confident we are going to win. This is our territory, and we will shame the devil, which is IEBC and this Tanga group, led by Ruto and these kind of characters. And I am confident that this evening, by 8 o'clock, we'll be celebrating as the bona fide winners of KIBRA constituency, ODM party. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Director of Elections, Junet Mohammed, also the Suna East Member of Parliament, just one of the officials and representatives of ODM giving their feedback and their reservations at the process so far. It's been at least 5 hours it has been going on. And yes, Ruth, we were just talking about the bigger picture in this particular issue. He was talking about a witness of a divorce, but at the same time, the opposite is happening in this particular exercise. Yes.
It's interesting that marriages are breaking as others are being formed, and very interesting marriages and divorces for that matter. My focus is mostly on the marriages part, because some sworn enemies of Raila are suddenly stepping onto the podium and, you know, shaking hands with him, dancing with him, and even swearing to support him. And for me, this why this election seems to have taken the tone with which it has taken is, it is also a test of the handshake. And from it, we are seeing, even if we do not know the contents of the handshake initially, we can begin to see some of the fruits and probably the discussions they had before they shook hands. Some of the compromises they could have come up to before they finally said, let's shake hands. Because how do you explain Mariga, who is from the political party that is led by the president, going to the ground to campaign without the president ever appearing in any of those campaigns, seeing how critical this election is? That should tell you that there could be a compromise that is at play right now. And some of the Jubilee members of parliament that have been seen outrightly declaring their support for Imran are people who are saying that, look, the only way to test whether Mariga was truly Uhuru Kenyatta's choice and whether Mariga is the preferred choice of the handshake is to look at the president's language. He has not been seen anywhere. Even when he was endorsing him allegedly, he did not speak at any particular point. And as we can see, he's walking in.
Yes.
And it is interesting that he is walking in, and just to shift back there, he's walking in and he's not going to cast any ballot. To be honest, I find this very, honestly, I still find this very laughable. As a young person who thinks that, you know, politics should generally be a way of life, it should not be an opportunity for us as young people to find a way out in terms of, oh, I will make money because now I'm joining politics. To be honest, if you find a young person who ideally should have been concerned about the state of the nation in this country, even if not from a political point of view, but let's talk about from a talent point of view. This is a young person who had an opportunity to shape policy around sports, to shape, you know, even KIBRA itself with sporting initiatives, and suddenly realizes, oh, there was that opportunity I could have taken advantage of.
Yes.
Back to why this is important again, for me, I think it is a test of the handshake, as I have spoken about. Second, it is also, KIBRA has a huge potential for transformation. It is one of those places that you can literally walk, there are so many problems in KIBRA. You can literally walk into KIBRA, have an opportunity to just do one or even two things, or one and a half things, and you literally gain national relevance. Look at what Ken Okoth, may his soul rest in peace, did. He just basically picked education, and as a result of that, he became a global leader, if we can say that, because his efforts were now being appreciated way beyond Kenya. It is one of the places that one can easily get political mileage from, and we are seeing Ruto trying to access the place, and that is why it is a big deal and it's different. But for me, and I appreciate the fact that we are all a youthful panel right here.
Yes.
For me, the other interesting part that I'm looking at in these elections is the fact that we are having young people turning up. And
as you were talking there was the pictures of selfies being taken, as the votes are being taken as well. At least it's an exercise. I mean, what does it say to you?
We shouldn't let that moment pass that we just witnessed.
Yes.
That says a lot about Mariga, that he's not in this to impact the people. He's a celebrity.
Oh, he's taking selfies. I missed
Yes.
Yes, as you were talking. Yes.
That's actually why I was interjecting.
Yes.
So let's ask ourselves, what are our leaders supposed to do for the people? As an MP, you're supposed to represent, to legislate, to oversight. Clearly, this guy showing up at a polling station where he shouldn't be, because at a polling station on polling day, you're either a voter, an observer, an elections official, or an agent. What exactly is he doing there?
They say, of course,
Taking
they say they're
selfies?
monitoring the exercise. Yeah, they're saying they're monitoring the exercise. Yeah.
I also want us to be fair to Mariga, because as a candidate, you have run before, and I have run before. I'm also allowed to actually access any polling station in an election in which I'm participating. So he's there. By the way, what else do you want Mariga to do other than to show up at a polling station and take selfies? He's not voting, for heaven's sake.
This is where we get it from.
He's not voting.
Look at it properly.
Yeah.
We have roles, and that's the one thing that Kenyans never want to accept, that as a citizen in a republic, I have duties. We apportion to ourselves duties that are not ours. You've seen the party leader for ANC show up there. Was he Owalo's bodyguard?
He's an agent.
Why exactly is he there? He's there so that his presence can influence those who have not cast their votes to show up and vote in a certain way.
How big an influence? Of course, we've heard of those we've heard of those who've come with money to at least the accusations and allegations.
Yeah. You know, I feel like that's a very skewed way of looking at it.
unfair.
Because remember, even forget about the politicians who are present right there. There are members of civil society organizations that are going to observe. At the end of the day, when things go wrong, we as Kenyans will be the ones saying, oh, what happened? Why did IBC? Part of being there is being vigilant, looking at how is the process going on. In fact, myself, I am not a candidate, neither am I an agent of a political party, neither am I going there to represent any, anybody's interests. I'm going to KIBRA after this because I want to understand what is happening on the ground.
But
Even if I am not
people being told
Yeah.
to stay away from the polling station. That's how the pollution in the space in Kenya happens.
All right.
You have no job there, but you want to be there. Now, about one being a candidate. When you're a candidate,